All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a session on shaping the research agenda for the future of work. My name is Lauren Howe, and I'm an assistant professor in management at the University of Zurich, and I'm joined by my colleague, who I'll let introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura Giurge. I'm an assistant professor at the London School of Economics in the UK.
And we're delighted to have the second round of this PDW on research on the future of work. Also saying hello remotely from Switzerland is our colleague Jochen Menges, who unfortunately wasn't able to join for the session, but he sends a warm welcome also from the University of Zurich, where he's a professor in leadership and HRM. Now, of course, the future of work is a topic that's been on everyone's minds, I think even more so in light of the pandemic. There's all sorts of questions that are raised. How can we make hybrid work work? How can we foster greater diversity, inclusion, and belonging at work? How can we help people to work most productively and support well-being, whether they're working from home or anywhere else? And these are all questions that, of course, can be fruitfully spoken to through empirical evidence. So what we're here to do today is to think about how researchers can contribute to scholarship on the future of work. And we have a wonderful panel together of academics as well as practitioners who are driving forward the future of work to share their insights with us.
Okay, before I introduce the panel, I do want to walk you through a little bit of the session overview for today. We have the first part, as you know, the panel session from 5:30 roughly. Now we're a little bit over to 6:30. A mini break after that. And then the second part is the themed breakout sessions. And we'll walk you through the logistics of that once we get there. So we're going to start with a panel session, and I'll briefly introduce our academic and industry panelists. So on my left, we have first Andrew Carton. He's an associate professor of management at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School, and who is also currently an associate editor at the Academy of Management Journal. Next, we also have Shad Morris, who is the William Edwards Distinguished Fellow and Professor of Management at the Marriott School of Business, Brigham Young University. He's also an associate editor at the Academy of Management Review and brings experience from the editorial board of Journal of Management. Shad was kindly enough to and available to take over from Morella Hernandez, who wasn't able to attend today. We hopefully will also be joined by Kevin Rockman. This sit over here is for him. He's a professor of management at the George Mason School of Business, and he's also currently the editor-in-chief at the Academy of Management Discoveries. And he brings experience from the editorial board of AMJ and AMR as well. Finally, we have Gretchen Spreitzer, who is the Keith and Valerie Alessi Professor of Business Administration at Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan. And she's currently an associate editor at the Academy of Management Annals and is also part of the editorial board at AMJ. And we do have Kevin, so yay. I just introduced you, so. No. And we are very glad that you did make it here, so thank you, by the way. And now moving on to the practitioner side, we will hopefully soon be joined by Kate Nowak, who is a founding member and a principal researcher within the Viva Insights research analytics and data team at Microsoft. Most importantly for this PDW, she is also part of the new Future of Work Initiative leadership team at Microsoft. And we also have joining us online, James Elfer, who's the founder of More Than Now, which is a behavioral science consultancy company based in London that seeks to improve the workplace via rigorous and research-backed randomized control trials. More Than Now is known to work with large organizations such as BT, Novartis, and Ericsson. And with that, I'm going to hand it over back to my colleague, Lauren.
Great. So we asked our panelists to start off our discussion by reflecting on the future of work and what it means to them in their work. And we'll start by asking our academic panelists to respond for a few minutes each about their thoughts on some questions, and then we'll turn to our practitioner panelists. So for the academic panelists, we asked them to reflect on what the future of work means to them as a researcher, what the hot topics they see in the current literature are on the future of work, the biggest opportunities that they see for publishing on the topic of the future of work, and what kinds of topics they might welcome at their journal specifically. And then also what the biggest challenges and risks they might see in publishing on the future of work are for scholars in management. So we'll go ahead and turn to our panelists each in order to spend a few minutes reflecting on these questions. We'll go ahead in the order of our slides. So we'll start with Drew.